Hello all you Pixel people, I am Pixel and I wanted to quickly give you guys an update regarding Dirty Bomb. So, in less than 24 hours the game will go live once again for a weekend of matchmaking tests. So, the previous test was a couple of weeks ago and we have had some notes from the developers saying that in all, the test was kind of successful. The backend held up as well as could be expected, and obviously there's always going to be a few issues in such an early closed beta. But in general, the servers seem to handle the test overall. There is a little bit of bad news with this next load of testing, and I'll start off with the matchmaking. So, we're still not going to have any party matchmaking. It's going to be just solo queue for now. You can still play with your friends if you're very lucky and you all queue at the same time and just so manage to get into the same game on the same team, but it's by no means guaranteed. And apparently they've also improved the matchmaking, so it will be more skill based than what it was previously. So I don't know, if you and your friends aren't of an equal skill level, you could have a few issues there. A massive positive in the next phase of testing is that the game mode has been switched from objective mode over to match-made Stopwatch. So Stopwatch is like objective mode, except both teams will play both attackers and defenders, and the team with the quickest overall completion time will win. Which means that, yeah, full holds could be an issue, a little bit of a problem, but overall, the winner should be more dictated by skill than what I personally believe it was previously in the last test. I've never really enjoyed the idea of just attacking or just defending, because I think certain maps are balanced slightly in favour of attackers or defenders. So I think this is definitely the fairest way to do it. On another bit of good news, yeah, we'll go for the next bit of good news. So we had quite a few issues when it came to crashing in the previous test. And it was normally crashing at the end of a round, so as you was about to go back into the lobby or back to the main menu. Apparently they are now testing out a fix which should, and I underline this, should fix the majority of those problems. They may still pop up every now and again, but yeah, we are testing the fix to see if they fix the end of round crash. Hopefully they have, and that would be cool if they have managed to do that. Also, when it came to unlocking mercs, some people in the previous test had an issue where if they tried to unlock somebody like Sawbones or Veseli, the computer would actually give them arty, and obviously that caused a little bit of frustration. But hopefully they're doing a test for that as well, and that should, for the most part, be fixed. The stuff when it comes to the anti-cheat Zing code and the authentication errors should also be fixed. So that's definitely something good to keep in mind. They have also reduced penalties for leaving matches. I think this is probably because there were a few issues when it comes to crashing, and if you crashed while you was playing the game, you'd get a long penalty, which means that it was going to keep you out for a long time. Hopefully people will still like stop leaving the game early on, but yeah, it's yet to be seen. There was also a couple of other small little bug fixes, such as a leveling bug, which no one apparently took advantage of, but they did identify that in the very early portion of the previous test, and did fix that then, and this should be still fixed in this version. So what else is there? I'm just quickly checking through the list. I will leave a link to this forum post on the in the description below, so be sure to check it out, just to give it a quick read through yourself. So yeah, the test starts at 5 PM GMT tomorrow on the 6th of March and 9 AM PST for the people that are living in America. So be sure to make sure you get the game updated and try and jump on. And if you haven't played in the previous test but you have got a key, remember that this is going to be the last chance to get an exclusive Obsidian loadout card, which is basically a loadout card from one of the original of the 5 mercs, which were announced absolutely ages ago now, back in 2012 I believe. So there's some very rare cards, limited editions, that you want to be able to get your hands on, so make sure you jump on, even if it's just for a game or two during this next phase of the beta. Now I think that's most of the patch notes out of the way. I would like to quickly talk about some of my hopes for this next phase of the patch, next phase of testing should I say. And I'll start off by saying I really do hope that the Dirty Bomb developers decide to give us more than the 7 mercs that we had unlocked last time. I mean, if you've played in the previous betas when it was unlocked, we had around 20 mercs, and now we're down to 7. And I think the biggest issue was that a few of those mercs were overlapping quite significantly, such as Artie was overlapping with Skyhammer, and then we had Proxy overlapping with Aura. And the problem with Proxy overlapping with Aura is that there is quite a lot of hate going around the forums and in-game and anyone that you really ask who's played Dirty Bomb about the shotguns. Now, I personally don't think there's a massive issue with the shotguns, but I do understand that when the majority of the players in the match were using shotguns and a light merc, it kind of did, I can't even say it, make whatever problem there is a lot worse. So it was noticeably frustrating, and I really do hope that maybe they will remove Aura for the next test and replace Aura with Phoenix, or on the other hand, remove Proxy and replace Proxy with a Bushwhacker or a Fletcher even. Fletcher has got a shotgun and mines, but at least he's not the fast body type, so it does change up the dynamic quite a bit. When it comes to the maps, in the matchmaking test we had Trainyard, Whitechapel and Terminal. I'm kind of assuming we're going to have the same maps, to be honest, and it's not really a massive problem. It would be really cool to be able to see maybe Bridge or Underground, but I'm not certain that's going to happen. But yeah, so it looks like we're going to get the same 3 maps, which I can deal with. Like I said, the good news is that it's going to be on stopwatch mode now. When it comes to balance, I wouldn't really expect much balancing to have changed in the previous 2 weeks. 2 weeks is a long time when you've actually completed a game and got it out of the doors and people are playing it. But when you're actually in the middle of full-on development, 2 weeks to just fix a few little issues is an awfully short time, should I say. So I wouldn't expect too many changes when it comes to balance. Hopefully we'll see the odd bit. Maybe the shotguns have changed a little bit. I don't think it was necessarily a balance issue, but maybe the shotguns have maybe been given range but less damage, or more damage and less range, and I don't know. I'm sure we'll figure out. We'll see in the near future at least. Also, I'd kind of hope that we may see a change to Fragger. Currently the game seems to be balanced around Fragger having this one-shot kill grenade, which I am so against, so against. I'm really hoping that in the future the developers will decide to at least try out giving him a wider area of effect, but lowering his damage to that of maybe a Counter-Strike gold grenade, so it's like 80 damage. You'll still kill the lights off, but it'd be mostly used for entering or leaving a fight, which I think will add a whole new dynamic to the average fight. Currently, I'm not dying to the grenade very often, but I'm getting a lot of kills with the grenade, and it kind of feels a little bit cheap, and I don't like that feeling. I understand that some people think it'll be too weak if you lower its damage, but I totally disagree. I think Fragger on his own is an excellent merc, so I think he may be, in the hands of decent players, a little bit overpowered right now. But yeah, it's a shame we're not going to see any party matchmaking this test, but I definitely hope to see you all playing the next phase of the beta in the next couple of days. I'll be on quite often. I might even do a few live streams, so if you've not already subscribed to this channel, be sure to subscribe, because I will obviously upload a video to say that I'm live streaming. Also, if you are finding this kind of content decent and you like it and you want me to keep on doing the patch notes and the announcement videos, then please do leave the video a like. And yeah, I'm Pixel. I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.